Alright, so the first thing we're going to do here this afternoon, I got like 6 jobs out of the way. It is a little after 2. We're going to do a 15 Ford Focus. We need to add a remote key into that. They have a plain Jane basic key. After that, we are going to lock Sheldrake. We're going to do an 06 Explorer. Supposedly they have a key. It stopped working. Then we are going to Monticello. We got to do a 13 Ford F-150. They have I guess a remote head key for that. That's not working. And from there, we're going to go to White Lake. We have to look at a Honda. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. He just left me a message, told me to stop out. So we're going to do that. And I will be back with you here shortly. Alright, so this first car is a 15 Ford Focus. I'm going to go Ford, USA, Focus. We are going to Master. Next. Going to decode. We have just this key. And we are adding this key. They don't have a remote key for the car, and it's sold. We're going to clamp this at, I did clean the groove out in this key already. Roughly 0 there. Click next. And this is going to do its decode. A couple of guys been emailing me asking about the decode on it. It's tough to get. Checks the position exactly where the key is in there. Just makes sure it's in the right location. That piece on there is a piece of the metal. See, it's kind of hard to film the actual decode. Decode is complete. Gives us our code. Pop this open. You can cut a test key if you want for this, but I trust the machine, so we're just going to shoot that up. Hit next, next, and it's going to cut our key for us. Alright, so we're in this Focus. This is the key I just made. Just make sure it works. Yeah, it tells us no key detected on the dash. So we are going to start with this original. And we are going to choose Ford. Agree. By vehicle, immobilizer. This is a Focus. 14 to 18. We're going to add a key. Insert the new key to be programmed. Yes. Switch the ignition off. Wait about 10 seconds. Key in, turn it on, and press OK. Success. Okay, now this key, I do have to program the remote separate because it's an aftermarket, but this will now start and run the car, as with the original. And I'll show you how to program this remote here in 1 second. Okay, so now to program this remote, what we're going to do with this car is just open and close the door once. This should be 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get the beep. Press one button, it beeps. Take the key out. Just open and close the door. And now the remote should be programmed. Yes. We're done with this, so we're moving on. Alright, so we took care of the 15 Focus, and we are headed to Lock Sheldrake to do the 06 Explorer. We're going to see what's going on with that. Alright, this is our 06 Explorer. They have a key for it, turned it on. You see the security light blinking there. So I'm going to cut one more key, and we'll try to program them both back in. Alright, so I'm in this Explorer. I actually read the key, and it says no chip in it. So I'm going to put this key in here. Security is flashing. You're going to choose Ford, agree. I'm going to go by vehicle, immobilizer. This is an Exploder, 6 to 10. Do all keys lost. Switch ignition on. Ignition is on. Off. Next key. Security light is out up there. I'm going to cycle through these one more time just because this is one of the older Fords. On, off, one more time through them. On, off. Okay, just because this is an older Ford, we are going to unplug first. And now, let's grab this key. That one works. And that one works. Lights out, runs. This vehicle's had starters changed and everything else in it. And it was just a chip in the key. On to the next one. Alright, so we took care of the 06 Explorer. That went quick and easy. They should all go like that. Now we are moving on to a, what the heck was it? I gotta look here. A 13 Ford F-150 in Monticello. I'll be back with you. Alright, so we're in this 13 F-150. The remote does work for the truck. Put the key on. It does not say, let me close the door. Just a trailer brake problem. I don't see anything about a key, but they said they looked it up, or they put it on the scanner and there was a problem with the keys. So I am going to cut another key, and we're going to try to just a regular 80-bit key and see if we can reprogram this, see what happens. All right, so we're back in this truck. I did cut just a nonsense 80-bit key. This truck has a really low battery, so I am going to have to put a booster pack on this thing. I just want to show you, when I take this key and I put this in the ignition, watch the dash lights flicker. That's just straight in. That's without doing anything. Not turning it or anything. Watch this at the same time. This thing's got issues. Okay, so I am back in this Ford. I'm going to choose Ford. agree. Vehicle, immobilizer, F-150, 11 to 14. Let's just read number of keys too. We can do all keys lost. I'll be back with you in a couple minutes. Okay, so the reset procedure is done on this. I'm just going to cycle these keys in. I'm just going to hit OK, and we're going to check number of keys again. There's 2 in there. So this is good. Let's just see if this thing starts. I doubt it. Nope. This truck has bigger issues. I literally have 2 booster packs on it right now just to keep the power up. And if you notice, the dash is kind of flickering in it. See it when you see everything kind of flickers? This thing's got a short in it somewhere, this truck, or a bad ground. We'll let them figure it out. This is at a repair shop, and we'll go from there. All right, so we took care of that we didn't take care of that 13 Ford. It's funny, the owner of the truck was in there, and he was saying that he found a dead mouse under the hood or on the battery or something like that when he had the problem with the truck. He lifted the hood to see the obvious. I guess there was a dead mouse in there. So that probably explains all the problems going on with it. Anyway, we're going to move on to this Honda in Bethel, and I have to see what's going on with that. I'll be back with you. All right, so this is actually an Acura. These keys, we put these in. Security's blinking there. And even with the other OEM key, security is blinking there. This is the one I did, what was it, a week or so ago. They cut the whole remote start out of this. So we're gonna go to Honda, agree, just see if we can program the keys back. I don't have much hope for this car. Immobilizer, we can do auto. Ignition is on. I do have my mask on. Failed to connect. Okay, let's go manual. Type 1. We'll do all keys lost. Ignition on. Number of keys back. Oops, number of keys 2. Communicating. Ignition off. Ignition on. Why did that switch so fast? Ignition on. Ignition off. Ignition on. It should have told me to switch the keys, but I think it just flashed to the screen. So let's back out. I'm gonna do, let me move the steering wheel, tilt it so I can see something here. There we go. All keys lost. Ignition is on. Yes. Number of keys 2. Okay. Switch ignition off. Switch ignition on. Switch ignition up. See, it's bypassing this second key, so it's not working right. But I do know how to do this, so I'm going to take that key out. I'm going to put this key in and switch it on. Switch ignition off. Switch ignition on. See if security goes out. Yes. Security's out. Ignition off. Ignition on. Program success. But that little sucker's still blinking. So that's not going to help us. Let me try the first key. It just cranks for its life. Let's just try doing one key. Do all keys lost. Switch this on. Yes. Input one key. Okay. Ignition off. Ignition on. Ignition off. Ignition on. Ignition off. Ignition on. Security is not going out. No. Failed. Okay. Let's try the valet key. Put this in, turn it on. Let's just back out. Mobilizer, manual, type 1. All keys lost. Switch ignition on. 1. Okay. Ignition off. Ignition on. Ignition off. Ignition on. Ignition off. Ignition on. Security's not going out. So it's going to fail. Something else is wrong with this car because these keys should program right in. Anyway, they're going to have to look further into this. He has another Honda for me to look at while I'm here. I'm just in the middle of changing the computer in this Honda. Old one, new one. Got a little bit of quietness out of the music here. But I am putting this used computer in this car. And it should actually be it and done. Make sure the security light is out now. Okay, and this car runs. And we should be all done now. And this, you just go under ECM, PCM replacement. It rewrites the VIN from the old one right to the new one and programs the key back in and everything pretty quick. And so I wish I could have recorded, but they just shut the music off. It was blasting here. All right, so I looked at that Acura while I was out there at that shop again. One out here in White Lake, Bethel area. There's still issues with that, even though they took the remote start out. It still won't take a key. So they're going to look further into that. But they had an 06 Honda Accord there, and the used computer, big bang boom, literally within 5 minutes it's in program. I wish I could have recorded it. Just they had the music blasting in the shop there, and I don't need that drama with YouTube. But anyway, it's 5 minutes to 5. I'm headed home. I appreciate you watching, and if you like it, hit that thumbs up.